Support and resistance are the key price levels in which major bulls or major bears present, and sometimes they fight with each other to give a decisive move in one direction. What is support? So support is the price level at which demand is assumed to strong enough to prevent a further fall in the price. So at this level, buyers are more inclined towards buying and sellers are more inclined towards selling. So this is another example of support. So what is resistance? So resistance is the price level at which selling is assumed strong enough to prevent the price from rising. At this level, sellers are strong and they are more inclined towards selling, and buyers are weak and they are less inclined towards buying. So this is another example of resistance. But why do support and resistance occur? The prices have memory. In other words, people do remember the important levels of any instrument, which makes them important for their psychology and supply and demand in the market. As the price rises from the support or resistance level, in this case resistance level, traders who took a long position here are already feeling happy and they will think to add position if in case price comes back to the support level, or some people might have booked profit here or here, hence they're excited and they are looking for pullback to take a trade here. Okay, this is one category. So the next category of traders are who miss the trade here, taking a long trade here, and they will be eagerly waiting to take their new position if the price shows a pullback to the original support level. Okay, and there are other category of people who fall under this category. So they are pullback traders. So basically, what they does is they will wait for the breakout of a resistance trend line and they will look for a pullback towards resistance trend line to take a trade. Okay, so such kind of people, the pullback traders will also fall under this category. The last category are the traders who took a short position somewhere here, assuming it will act as a resistance, but they are not happy because the price has gone up, isn't it? So they will be looking for a price point as close as possible to the resistance trend line to close their short position with a less loss. So whenever the price comes back to this level, so this provides an attractive opportunity for those short traders because they would have bought it here and at the same level or little higher level, they're closing their trades, isn't it? So hence but indirectly they are also becoming a buyer, isn't it? So the combination of efforts from these three types of traders create a buying force at the support level. Okay, and which this stops the fall in price, instead pushes it upwards. Okay, so this is the result actually. And how far it will go in the north direction depends on the buying force created at the support level at that point of time. However, please note it is not mandatory for the price to stop falling and to trend in the upward direction whenever it reaches any support level. Okay, because it depends upon many factors like the importance of the particular support line, overall market sentiments, and the level of buyers' participation based on their perception of supply and demand. Okay? And similar logic is also applicable to resistance and when the price reaches to any resistance level. And these support and resistance concepts also work well in intraday trading. So trading opportunities do exist in all the time frames in the market. An intelligent trader has to wait and spot the right trade opportunities to make profits in the stock market. This is support box. Sometimes what happens is a range of price will act as a support. So in this case, the range between 850 to 870 or 875, this range acted as a support. So this is also possible in trading. So one should be aware of this. Similarly, a range of price can also act as a resistance. This can be called as resistance box. We should be, we should aware of these things as well. Now support turning into resistance. So another important point to note is that support can turn into resistance and vice versa. So once the price breaks an important support level, the broken level can turn into resistance. Okay? The break of support signals that the forces of supply have overcome the forces of demand. So therefore, if the price returns to this level from down, the chances of more supply is high. Hence, it acts as a resistance. So this image shows an example for the support and turning into resistance. I think this is approximately around 156 level. Now it acted as a support earlier. How is it? So however, during mid-August here, the price broke this level and started trading down. So later, the same 156 level, whenever the price reaches to 156 level, it acted as a resistance. Okay. So we should be aware of this concept as well. So similarly, resistance, can turn into as a support. So as the price breaks, above the resistance, it indicates the changes in supply and demand, similar to the previous concept. So this breakout here shows that the forces of demand have taken control over the forces of supply, isn't it? In simple words, buyers are strong here as compared to sellers. If the price returns to this level, there is a chance of increase in supply from the previous strong buyers, isn't it? Hence, this level acts as a support. Now, trend line as support and resistance. So trend lines are very important to identify the trend and its confirmation and reversal. A trend line is nothing but a straight line that connects two or more price points and then extends into the future to act as a line of support or resistance. So in this case, it's a line of support. The higher the number of peaks it connects, the stronger the trend line. An uptrend line has a positive slope. This is a positive slope and is formed by connecting two or more swing low points. Note at least two swing low points must be connected before the line is considered as a valid trend line. Okay. Now uptrend lines acts as a support. This is an uptrend line. It acts as a support and indicate the demand is increasing even as the price is increasing. A rising price with an increasing demand is bullish actually. So as long as the price remain above the trend line, now the uptrend is very solid and we can assume it will continue. Now similarly, a downtrend line has a negative slope and is formed by connecting two or more high points. The second high here, this is the first high, this is the second high, must be lower than the first, and similarly the next high should be lower than the previous one. Okay? So these trend lines act as a resistance and indicate net supply is increasing even when the price is decreasing actually. A declining price, this is a declining price combined with increasing supply is bearish and shows a strong action by the sellers. So as long as prices remain below this downward trend line, the downtrend is solid and we can assume it will continue. A break above the downtrend line indicates the net supply is decreasing and the change in trend could be imminent only when the price breaks this resistance trend line. So till that point we can assume this downtrend will continue. So now how to trade using this support and resistance point. So after drawing the support and resistance trend line, now we can look for strong candlestick confirmation is necessary. So just because price reaches support or resistance, don't assume the price will adhere. For example, if the price is at support level, don't assume the price will bounce immediately. We need a confirmation from the price. Hence, it is better to look for several candlestick formation to take a trade. There are millions of candlestick formations are there. So what we can do is I have identified a couple of candlestick formation. So this is the website profiletraders.in. If you go to blog, I have written an article on you know uh, uh, candlestick formations, the powerful candlestick patterns. So these are the 6 powerful candlestick patterns every trader should know. So these are the 6 powerful candlestick patterns. You can read this article. So once you are aware of this candlestick patterns, you can take a trade. For example, so bullish engulfing is one bullish candlestick pattern. So this is bearish engulfing is bearish, and hammer pattern. Hammer is bullish pattern actually. Hanging man is bearish, and bullish RMA, bearish RMA. So this is bullish in nature, this is bearish in nature. So if you read this article, you can understand the 6 important or powerful candlestick formations. Okay. So now uh, we need these candlestick confirmations along with support and resistance to plan a trade. For example, if there is a valid support trend line and price shows a bullish candlestick formation, either a bullish engulfing, hammer, or bullish harami, etc. So in this case, this is a bullish engulfing, isn't it? So one can plan a long trade above this bullish engulfing, keeping a stop loss below this bullish engulfing. Okay. So this is how we can plan a long trade. So basically, we need 2 things to plan a long trade: support trend line and the candlestick confirmation. So in this case, the price isn't clear uptrend. So we are taking a trade along with the trend. There is a valid support trend line. So then the price, displayed bullish engulfing pattern exactly at the support trend line. Okay, so this gives a confirmation from many sides. Number one, the trend is up, so we're taking in the direction of the trend. Number two, there is a valid support trend line, and number three, there is a candlestick confirmation. So whenever you take a trade along with these 3 confirmations, so there is a higher probability of success. Similarly, taking a short trend at resistance. See, in this case, this is in a downward trend. There is a valid resistance trend line, and can you see there is a bearish engulfing here? So we can plan a short trend below this bearish engulfing, keeping a stop loss above this bearish engulfing, isn't it? So this again, the trend is down. There is a valid resistance trend line, and there is a candlestick confirmation. So this is how we can, plan, long trades as well as short trades. Basically, the conclusion is the support and resistance are powerful concepts in stock market trading. Okay, so many trading strategies like price action trading or breakout trading have been developed using this concept. So price confirmation is necessary, via powerful candlestick formations to plan trades at support or resistance level. And always remember, the price will not respect support and resistance every time. But when it breaks the support, it will act as a resistance in the future. And when it breaks, there is a higher probability of price giving a big move on the opposite side. Basically, taking trades based on support and resistance is also called as price action trading. In simple words, price action trading is a trading technique in which trader reads the market and makes subjective trading decisions based on the price movements with the help of support, resistance, and candlestick formations, rather than relying on the technical indicators. If you want to know more about price action trading, please read this book. So the title of the book itself is Price Action Trading, and it is available on Amazon. The link is given in the description box. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to get notification when we add a new content. Thank you.